So this is Pound New Zealand end of day analysis being conducted on Tuesday the 17th of October. So as you can see over here, we've got the black triangle indicating that at 10 p.m. on the 16th, we got a short signal for the Pound New Zealand. As with this system, let's see. As with this system, we do place the invalidation at the height of the candle, as it is a bearish signal. So invalidation would be at 85.45. So if we were to put on this, so 185.45, and let's just change the color to pink. 185.45. Let's just bear with me a second if I can get this all. 185.45, but then again we've got a pretty large range, so just do 185.60 due to the spread. So if you say 185.60 and yeah, 185.60 and 84.79, that would have been where our entry would have been. 84.70. Let's just get this right. So let's have this in orange. 84.79. 84.79. 84.79. Yeah, so 84.79. So what can we see based on the structure here? This is this analysis is, as it is end of day, has been done on a daily chart. I'll be looking at the higher time frames above it, the monthly and the weekly chart. So where's the danger here? Well, the danger is pretty much, as you can see by the structure, we are in a bit of a consolidation. So this signal may be similar to the buy signal over here on the 9th of October, which has not seen a continuation to the upside. Now the height, the area where we're looking at 87.27, we have seen some selling there on 3 occasions. We've got a almost like a triple top here in and around 87, around 86 to 87, around that 100 pip range there. We've seen some selling in the market, like a triple top, and markets appear to be pulling back a bit. We did mention in the analysis on other pound pairs that we do expect some strong fundamental news out this week in regards to the pound. So this consolidation is just could be a case of market participants waiting with bated breath to see what the fundamental catalysts hold for the pound going forward. We did have some strong news come out just recently tonight on the New Zealand. We had a CPI on the New Zealand, and so yeah, we've had CPI on New Zealand, which is a fundamental catalyst. So where do we expect prices to go? Well, we've got this higher time frame moving average here, and that's currently sitting at 83.12, which is pretty close by. Now below that, again, we were just looking at these moving averages. We've got 81.90. Is it 81.91? Is it? Is it all the way down to 81.91? It does appear so. We've got 81.91. That's just a dynamic support. Let's just get this thing here right. What's going on here? Oh, it's actually switched charts. Just bear with me a second here. I'm not sure why it is actually switched charts. And yeah, so back on the correct chart. So on the Pound New Zealand, I'm not sure why it has put, my word, delete. I don't need an alert. Yes, I would like to delete. So the next level of dynamic support being at in and around the 81.91 level, and beneath which we've got the 200 period moving average sitting at 78.77. So if I was to just put these on the chart, so it's roughly where they are. So let's just see. Let's just move it manually. Actually, let's just see. So we've got that level there marked out on the charts, and we've got also this level marked out on the charts. Yep, and those are where we expect dynamic supports to be. Let's just change the color because it's difficult to see those. Let's just change them to red. Let's just change that to red as well. Let's just drag that bit down there. And actual structure, in regards to the structure where we could potentially see prices, all the way back down here. In around that 75, yep, in around that 75, 60 region. So downside targets, as it is a short signal, we're looking at 81.98, so around 82, 79.05 and 75.60. Those are the medium, well, it'll be long-term targets on the daily chart, depending on how the fundamentals are perceived by the market. We have to be aware of how close this particular higher time frame support is for prices, and in terms of how much it can limit the downside selling pressure. But overall, that should wrap it up for this time frame on the pound New Zealand. So if I go out to the higher time frame, the monthly, for example, what can we see here? We seem to, on this month, we seem to have found a base down here. We've had the lows over here in 2016. We had some bullish momentum. We formed essentially a double bottom down there, end of 2016, early part of 2017, and we appear to have put in a higher low so far going forward, and this is on the monthly chart. So if we do interpret a double bottom and a higher low, those are bullish signs. The signal was to the bearish side. Yes, but yeah, the signal, so this would be counter to the trend. I have mentioned it on the daily chart analysis before I got onto the monthly chart. So on the monthly chart, you'd say there is enough to suggest that the markets do appear bullish ever so slightly. If I go out to the weekly chart, see where we are. So on the weekly chart, again, we've had the low over here. When was this low? We've had this low in November 2016. We've had the second low here in about February 2017, and we've had the higher low in around the June-July period. So again, on the weekly chart, we are looking bullish, to the bullish side. Even though we're not trading it that way, you would be looking at tests in around there, around the 89 level. It's more prominent now that we are in a bit of a flag, especially here on the weekly chart. We've come up in prices, gone into a bit of consolidation before we likely see a bullish move to the upside, blasting through the 89 level and continuing up to possibly into the 190 region. But yeah, that should pretty much wrap it up on the pound New Zealand. Yeah, I've taken a short trade with downside targets, but the overall structure on the weekly and monthly do appear bullish. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.